Yes.
Alrighty. So, last episode of the Boom Bang Squad, the party, after finally getting some information about old teleportation research facilities and such, the party found themselves making their way to the Undercity once again. On their way down, they didn't encounter anything, which was good. After a little bit of investigation, they found the chimney to the old facility and found an opening that was big enough for everybody to descend down. Upon descending, they found that the location was buried. There were still some active traps. After navigating through the entire facility, fighting zombies, a flame skull, and a trophy place where Quillette seemingly had some connection to some of the relics that were stowed away there, they found themselves in the final chamber, escaping a trap with an eye design. Upon entering the secret last chamber, a mysterious Valdakan figure emerged from one of the portals, removed a piece from it, and basically said, "You can leave, or face the consequences of your choices." And that's where we left off. You did notice that Nazius Ven was in the chamber as well. So the party finally gaining some understanding, but are now in a conundrum. So
okay, so do we see any? Is the Valdakan not Nazius Ven, but the other one? Is he associated with any guild? Do we notice that anything like?
You do notice that he's finely dressed, adorned with some accoutrement and such, some brass fittings.
Okay.
On his collar and his cuffs.
Okay.
But it doesn't look like he's affiliated with any particular guild. Not that any that you're aware of.
So. Okay, so clothing that's not really associated with any.
Yeah, they're very fine. You can make that out. But besides that, he also has two flying contraptions that are kind of whirling on the left and right of his shoulders.
Oh, so Thopters.
Well, yeah, you know Thopters, but not Drawson.
Well, yeah, because Well, never mind. Just yeah, because I was gonna say he's probably smashed a couple.
Anyway, that's other stuff. But he gave you this choice. What were you guys going to do?
We have to confront him. Unfortunately.
Didn't come all the way to that.
I'll step up and I'll step forward next to Colette and I'll just be like, "We're looking for Nazius Ven. That fellow there.
He's right there.
Really, all we have are some questions."
You've made it down this far. You've put in a lot of time and effort. Just questions, you say. And this wouldn't be a problem. But he points to Chigori. He's like, "I recognize, maybe not you exactly, but I know of your father." And this becomes a lot trickier. Depending on your questions, I may let you go. I see no, and he gestures to Nazius Ven. He's like, "I see no issue with this." And Nazius Ven is he is bewildered at the sight of you guys. And Nazius Ven just kind of seemingly not protecting him. Or is the Valdakan figure he's like, "Have at it." But he's definitely not moving. As you look around the chamber, there's a few candles that are producing light. You can see there's partial cave-in and such. Like I said, there was 5 devices that you saw similar to the ones up above. 4 out of the 5 are completely destroyed. You can see the hoops are in disarray, destroyed in some regard. The only one that's currently intact, that worked, was where the Valdakan figure kind of stood up, passed through.
So
this one right here. So do perspective. Yes. So, from your perspective, the Valdakan figure with the two mechanical devices by his shoulders. This is Nazius Ven right here. And this is everybody else. You guys are towards blue.
Which one's me?
Good question. Nazius Ven, he's looking back to the Veldakin figure, looking at you guys, and he's like, well, like he's having a tough time kind of understanding what the situation is going on.
I'll look at you guys and be like, any pressing questions? Because I have a really obvious.
So, why'd you send us to go get Cranko, I guess? I mean, why? Like,
Nazius kind of turns to you and he starts to tick nervously with his hands. Well, you know, he is a goblin gang leader, and the threat of his escape was definitely dangerous if he was out.
I'll just
And-
cut him off. Be like, yeah. Where is Cranko?
well, why did you, or specifically, why did you frickin' come to us if you could have gone to the guild? Like, you could have gone to the guild pact. Guild pact would have handled this.
What was your question?
Where is Cranko?
Well, he's now on his way to Urdak, the prison of Solitary. As for the guild pact, he's currently missing, so he couldn't have done anything. I had to turn to the aid of your specific guilds, and he kind of looks over to Trigori and is like, but I don't recall him being there.
Either way, do I believe him when he says he's on his way to the prison?
Insight check.
Oh, good. Natural 20.
He's confused about your arriving, and it's hard to gauge the stammering, but it seems that Cranko is on his way to the prison.
And,
So what's happening here? What's happening here?
and, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you.
All right. So why the secrecy? Why those weird mercenaries guarding you? And why are you here?
So Nazi's been.
Yeah.
Nazi's been he's searching, still kind of nervously, like kind of doing this with his fingers, like, well, to reduce the risk of another attack or opportunity for Cranko to escape capture. As for the figures, well, that was just a precaution, as you can see, as I wanted to make sure that I was protected, as well as whatever, if Cranko had spoken to you, he had convinced you otherwise. Kind of looking about the group, but he is very nervous.
Didn't answer the last part of my question, Nazius. Why are you here with this fella?
And he looks over to the Veldakin, he's very stoic in his appearance. Like, he is not surprised by any of this, and he's kind of like watching Nazius Sven kind of turn to him. He rolls his eyes. Well, let's just say I'm a visitor and wanted to explore some potential sites for future visits.
Why are you so obsessed with discovering other worlds? Like, what? Because obviously we know that he's been interested, because we've asked around that, and some of the guys from Izzet said that he was interested in finding out other worlds, or finding out about other worlds and traveling to other worlds and teleportation technology. So why are you interested? Why does this interest you? Or what are you trying to gain from learning about other worlds and traveling to other worlds?
Are you specifically asking Nazius Ven or the other guy?
Nazius Ven.
He looks at you And he's like, based on your exterior, that's a insightful question to be asking. As for
Wait, who's saying that?
the Valdakin figure,
But I wasn't asking the Baldakin figure. I was asking.
you're asking Nazi and Ben.
Yeah.
Nazi and Ben.
Because specifically, the Is It guy said that Nazius Ben was interested in teleportation and other worlds and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's why.
As you address this to Nazius Ben, he's stammering, and the Valdakin figure chimes in, looking at you, and kind of says the exact same thing. He's like, well, he is not so much interested as so much as I'm the one interested. And in that regard, that's a rather private question that I don't think prying eyes should be diving upon.
Okay.
I'll lean back to, like, I guess Colette and Bablish since they're to my left. Okay, everyone can probably hear this since I'm in the middle. I'll just be like, do we want to work for this guy? He looks like he's rich. He doesn't seem bad.
I'll ask the one figure. How many worlds have you been to?
We don't know that he can. Never mind.
I'm just making the assumption that he can. Portal.
Adding this journey. But
Two in addition to the one you're from?
yes.
Are you even from here?
No. I come from a place that seems a little bit more intelligent, a little bit more obedient. Though some of these contraptions are contrived from what I've seen. My home is very different. And I do not like spending my time in this particular place.
Interesting.
Where's the portal go?
At the portal, you can see where you walk through. Two of the little flying things came in, ripped a piece off of it, and he stowed the piece on him, so it's no longer active.
Okay.
Still, where does it go?
I believe you had questions for Nazius Ven, and if those are concluded, I believe our business is done. Now, again, the question: you can leave, or I will teach you a lesson which you will very much regret.
Well, can we leave with Nazi's Ben? Like, can we take Nazi's Ben?
I'll lean back to Draws and I'll be like, I don't think Nazius even, like, we were chasing him for the Cranko thing for no reason. Even when he said he's going back to the prison.
As you say, can we take Nazius Ven, Dovin,
Yeah.
tall figure?
I guess this much anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I figured. Yeah.
But the tall figure, Valdakin figure, looks over at him and he's like, well, it seems that the information of which I was hoping for isn't exactly necessary for what I was trying to achieve. He served his purpose. Do what with him you will. Do with him what you will.
But what do we want to do with it?
I'm okay with what I'm doing.
I want to know where that portal goes. That's my goal.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out how to get that information.
I want the bits on his arms.
I want the bit. Yes. Yes.
Make an investigation check with
Oh.
disadvantage because you're still exhausted.
Oh.
Ah.
Wow, they're both fives. They're both fives.
Oof.
You can't tell if these are of just ornate design or if there's functionality to them.
I have no motive.
Huh. Well,
Oh, wait, what about the things in the room, the artifacts? You got the ghosts in your blood. What about those? I probably said it like that, to be honest.
To who? Nazi's Ven or the figure?
The figure.
The figure kind of old relics that I have no attention span for, no want or desire. They're relics and left to be destroyed, as the rest of this place should be. Now I grow tired, and I have a journey to make. Now, if you will excuse me, if that is it, I shall be taking my leave.
Ask a one-word answer that I need to this question. Just one question, then we'll be out of here.
Proceed.
What is the name of the world these relics came from? Do you even?
Kind of looks at you. He's like,
So we have a lead.
there are, for you to comprehend that question truly, do you even know what you're asking? There are worlds beyond this one. You have no idea what goes on. Countless worlds beyond this miserable plane. So, you will have no care for those relics, nor where they come from. I have my own desires that I'm pursuing. That ends. This particular quarry ends. And with that, he watches the two little flying things kind of snap and disappear behind his mech, and you hear like a couple of snaps. He's like, farewell. Have fun. And he like vibrates from side to side and disappears completely.
Mm. Hey.
Nazi's Van now looks in the chamber and he's like, and he's concerned. He's like, well, you've found your. I believe we now make our way topside, and I've been forthright, so we don't need to do anything hasty.
Well, we're not going to kill you. So I'll just take like a few feet of rope and tie his hands just in front of him.
He like without any effort, he's just like fucking nope. Let's whatever you guys fine.
Just in case. And then I'll be like, I don't know if you're innocent or guilty. I think you got caught up in something you shouldn't have gotten caught up in, just like we just did in our seemingly pointless chase on you. So, well, let's go.
And he was really doing nothing shady, like that whole time. The weird forest interaction. I wasn't there. I hadn't experienced that. I can't ask that question.
No, he was definitely shady.
yeah. It was odd.
More nervous about something. So the question is,
Can I take a look around the room? I guess.
Go ahead, you can do a perception check.
Oh, 10.
You don't see shit.
Hold on 1 second. That's the wrong one. Okay. So as you look around the room, you notice the 5 contraptions, the one intact. As he's finished, kind of you got him on a rope, and he knows what's on the other side of the door being bound. He doesn't want to take a risk. But you do notice a couple of tables on the back wall that you guys didn't notice, seeing as you were rushing through. There are a few notes kind of scattered about here and there.
Ooh, can I grab some of them?
Yes, you go to grab a couple of these ancient sheets, and they're covered in dust and such. You go to look at it, and
Can I just grab them, or can I just grab them? Because
you just want to grab them.
yeah.
You want to read them?
Well, we can
you
read
get
later.
them
We can read later. I can't exactly
You
see.
can probably read them now in case it might have some.
There's a little bit of light in this place. It's
Okay,
not like
okay.
something cozy.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I guess I'll read now.
You can't read them. They're not in a language that you comprehend.
Oh shit.
Lonely.
That's why. That's the other backup why. It's because it might be.
Tablet recognizes this as old
There
as
you
that.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I read it?
A couple of sheets that he's grabbed seems to be a checklist of different relics and places that they're affiliated with. And they're simple words. It is Mir from Mirrodin,
Yeah.
Skull from. Oh, I know what the plane is. Hold on, because I hadn't heard of it. But fuck, I didn't write it down.
Amonkhet. Just say Amonkhet. I'm just kidding.
Not Amonkhet. It's from another plane, and then the book is a Pantheon and mythologies from Theros.
Nice.
A couple of the notes details. A few of it is like incomplete research notes that some people must have left behind. Some are talking about a Mirrodin being like a
Metal.
metal plane and natural kind of coming together in coalition that people kind of both welcome. They're like is it Avengers from what you can put together, but
Right.
at the same time they're also similar to Simic in that they kind of combine the metal with themselves. Or
Yeah, it's like they're a mixture of organic and inorganic
Okay.
materials.
talking about there's another plane where it seems that people transform into horde wolf-like creatures. Angels are super big, and
The moon has a like the moon has the moon is
Moody,
very-
shut up.
yeah, okay.
This is
Yeah.
not for you.
You don't need to comment.
There is a little bit of research notes about somebody going in and trying to talk with these. You can see that there's a lot of tie with Mirrodin. Seeing it seems like some of the notes are kind of hinting at they were the ones kind of pushing for something of this project, though it's not clear of how they did it, why they did it. They do talk about special people that are able to, without technology, transverse these different realms without any issue. It talks about how every one of them is kind of different and how they go about it. There's talks about how they tried to move in organic, like life forms are pretty easy as long as it's not too big. There was testing about early. There is text about early experiments with trying to get like larger things, but the portals kind of collapsing in on themselves just because the technology couldn't handle it. They also detail that.
Do the notes.
Hold on. That also details that in order to go to a plane, to use this gate, you need like a key of some sort that is constructed of materials from that plane. If you're not one of these special people that can teleport at will, essentially.
Okay.
Okay.
Well. What was the thing? What was the thing that put the demons in your blood? The ghosts in your blood?
Well, it was when I
The
touched
books?
the artifacts, not the book.
The skull?
It was the skull, and then the skull like zapped energy from me, like shocking me, and then the two creatures.
It was the metallic creature that was buried on the rubble that zapped you. The skull gave you this vision of many, many beasts, and then it was the book and one of the pantheon gods. From the notes that you kind of ascertained, one of those gods seemed to connect with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you guys got anything else you need to do here?
Well, I don't see any reason.
Because we apparently need materials. It's the impression that I could possibly teleport to one of these lands to get the materials we need. I have no idea how. Or if I can.
Well,
Or what we need.
you'll most likely know that. But people that can, if we can find somebody, have them gather the materials to get us there, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
But, like, do we need to go to these places?
I guess not. Our whole purpose was to get Nazi's Ben.
So what do we do with them now?
So what do we do with him now, and
I
why?
say we take him back to the Guild Pact.
You ask this question, he kind of, with his hand side, raises a finger. He's like, well, seeing as I've done no real wrong, I would imagine just get topside, let him go and let bygones be bygones.
I ignore him. So anyway, as I was saying, I say we take him to the Guild Pact.
Why would we sell him? Why did we track him down in the first place?
Because
He was-
we didn't trust what he was doing with Kranko, and then I totally actually just believed him when he said he wasn't doing anything shady with Kranko. So I think we stumbled into something we don't need to get involved with, unless you particular want to deal with this because it involves your visions. But I say we take him back to the Guild Pact just in case. We'll leave him with them, tell him what we did and why, and forget about him.
All right.
Sounds good.
This is exactly what we do. Nothing happens. There's that plan.
So one thing I want to know is, how did he get roped in with the other dude?
That's
Oh,
that's
Nazi's
a good question, but
I have
like
a
I
couple
said,
questions
it's up to you if
too.
you want to pursue that.
Yeah, I want to know how he got roped in the other dude and why.
No, talk to him. We got a long way back.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm imagining we have to evade some traps.
well, yeah.
Oh,
So
God.
he's in the chamber. You're doing this on your way.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Hopefully he survives, and then we'll talk to him up at the top.
Okay. So you open the door and you look, and you can still see the eye still facing outward. The marching order.
I'll go first.
I'll go last.
I'll be in the middle.
Who's carrying what's his face?
I say someone just shove him out the door, and he'll run to me.
All right.
All right. So
oh,
You're
dead.
going first?
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, it's an easy.
That is a 23 to hit.
Jesus Christ.
You run, and the eye just locks onto you, and you guys watch as Ikshao books it. A white ball of energy comes out of the eye and slams it right in the back for 7 points of force damage as you kind of get hurled. Who's next?
Wait, what?
Oh boy.
Can I
Wait, what?
investigate it to see if there's a way to turn it off?
You can certainly try.
That's the move.
I know I won't be able to unless I break the wall. I'll just be looking down the stairs, be like, "All right, send whoever's next."
I got a 15 on that investigation.
Investigation. It's
If there's a way
somewhat
to-
of a mechanical eye, like kind of looking at it underneath. It sits idly above the double doors at the base of the stairs. There seems to be scorch marks from the eye, as if blowback from magical energy from it. You can definitely see. It's not so much easy contraption to just like you can't snip a wire, but it doesn't appear to be super tough.
Can I?
Fireball.
Firebolt it.
Firebolt, yeah.
Yes.
Damage to everyone.
Oh god, I hope I don't fuck this up.
I'm gonna back up.
Nazi's is dead.
Oh, it sucked.
It's a 25.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. 3.
Oh,
It's pretty easy to hit it. Boom. You watch as the firebolt definitely connects. Definitely seemed to be jostled a little bit, and from your view, you can see the eye kind of shake a little bit. It definitely seems to be in place still.
Can I just shoot
Yeah, go ahead.
Pew. 12.
Boom. Headshot.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Good one. Ooh, it's 11 damage.
Yeah, with the two combined, like it's super easy for you to get. Babla shooting a fireball knocked it jostle enough to give you an opportunity to shoot at it, and just sink right into the pupil. You guys hear a couple of sparks, and then it kind of boom, and you watch the bolt in the eye just kind of boom, falls down. Appears to be deactivated.
Cool.
Nice.
Bolt
Okay,
for you.
sweet.
So who's gonna attempt?
I'll go first.
All right.
See if I die.
I was like, geez.
Okay, I was like, does a demon crawl out of its eye and attack me?
Oh, that sucks.
It gets 5 multi attacks. Have fun.
Oh no!
AC
God
20.
no!
Deal
God.
with it.
Would I have hit my first
Oh
shot?
my god.
So, but you guys make it through fairly easy, avoiding all the previous traps. Up to the chimney. What's the climbing order?
Well, now we have a body that we have to get up there.
I'll carry the body.
There's about like 45 feet of rope just on the ground.
I mean, we could all climb up,
Actually,
tie him to the rope, and
Wait.
then climb up and pull him up.
We
Wait.
can go with Bablish and just tie him to the thing and pull him up.
Yeah.
yeah.
When Bablish-
Actually, wait. Is the rope still on top side, or is it all the way down?
It's all the way down. You guys, unless for whatever reason, Joshon, you decided to like untie it and then race it as you climb down.
No. Okay. Sorry. Just.
It's still, yeah, it's still attached to the chimney above and just hanging.
Oh, sweet. Okay. That's what I was making sure.
Hello.
Wait, did we make
So
sure?
we have to climb back up the rope.
So yeah, you guys can. Who's tying Nazia's Ven to the rope?
You got good dicks.
I'll tie him.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't think I have good decks.
Okay. Yeah, you tie him up pretty good. Even when like thinking back to when Bablish was turned to Bablish how
Got to the top of that thing. Bablish got turned to stone. We dragged him and had to go over something. Because I remember tying him to something and dragging him up.
yeah, because he decided to look on the thing. I can't.
I thought you threw me in a cart.
You guys drug him for sure.
We had to get you over a fence or something at the top of that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But you guys, you tie him up fairly easily, and he kind of is like a little hesitant because he's like, all right. He's like, well, God, no.
Whoops.
I need everybody to make athletics checks.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, 20.
Oh,
I got an 18.
Got a 6.
I got a 2.
Oh,
You what?
I got an 8. I got an
Come on,
18.
Booty. What you say, Bill and Lisa?
2.
12.
Okay.
Sucks.
I have
Yeah.
people falling on me.
So, what'd you get, Trigori?
6.
6.
Oh man.
Does my 20 make it longer? Oh, he's wrong.
Trigori, you take 2 points of falling damage as bludgeoning damage as you so Ablish, Trigori, Jawson, and Iksham make it up pretty okay. Trigori, you start to go, you make it up about 10 feet and then slide down. Quillette, you take 5 points as you fell on your ass trying to get up. But you
Do you guys need help? Do you want me to pull you guys up while you hold on to the rope?
What a terrible
Yes.
idea.
No. Maybe.
I feel like that would cause more damage.
that's
Well,
about
not if-
200 pounds that you'll be pulling.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's
individually. Individual. Can I do it individually?
Nazia's
Someone
men is tied to the
has-
very end.
Someone
Oh
has-
god.
Yeah,
Wonder
we-
if you could've
We're fine, dude.
Let's give it
climbed
another.
them up again.
So yeah, Trigori, yeah, you guys attempt to climb up again, and
17.
so
Unless you didn't need us to roll.
1.
Oh no.
Say you took Drazon. I need you to make an athletics check.
Oh yeah. Okay. 12.
Okay. So Carla didn't even make it up 5 feet without was like, nope, fuck it. I'll just hold on. Drazon, you grab the rope.
Nazi's Ben's like, I'm fucked.
Yeah, Nazi's
Can't
Ben
even
is
get
like,
themselves off.
You like Nazi's Ben, you kind of wave at Nazi's Ben, who's just sitting there tied at the end of the rope as you get lifted up, and it takes a little bit before you you get Quillette up, and then you're like, oh yeah, there's still a shit ton more rope, and then you feel so you grab, and because he doesn't have use of his hands right now, he kind of bounces on the wall, and you can hear him kind of cursing. And lift him up. On him, but he's good for the most part.
The only reason I passed those athletics checks is because I got a +3 in athletics.
I've got a -1.
Same.
That sucks.
That'll be fun.
Fighters for our strength.
Yay!
I'll just undo the rope, give it to whoever used it. I don't really remember. And one was mine, one was someone else's, and then on our merry way
All right.
as far as we can.
Okay. Ba, ba, ba.
Oh, yes.
Hold on. Ooh, yeah, we'll do that. That's a fun one.
I'm just throwing random monsters.
No, not random. Well, random-ish, but a lot better than 7 zombies at level 1. I'll give you that.
Do we do things outside of your plan again? Like normal?
Kind of, but it wasn't too bad. You honestly, it was going to be a boss fight. You guys took you too long, and the guy was like, fuck it, I don't need to be here. You guys aren't being aggressive, so.
He's just like, I'm out. Leaves.
I was really excited about it, though. Not going to lie.
Well, I wanted to confront him, but everyone was like, no, let's ask what.
I don't want to fight anyone, especially if we're fighting the whole thing.
We did
We'll do it your way.
to him. I believe Nazia's Ven completely. So I rolled a
I
natural.
just want to know how he got roped in with this dude. Like, how did he get roped in with someone from a different world?
Well, that plus the other guy took the piece of the
Serious about
machine.
that.
So if we ever need to go somewhere, we can't go anywhere now. You be quiet.
Dude.
Stop that. Stop that right now.
Yeah, you be quiet. I already know what. Yeah, just don't.
All right. So you guys you're walking in the dark, and there's a little bit of a light from Chigori's lamp, as well as some of the fungal stuff, right? Quillet, as you go to ask, so you go to ask Nazi Sven. So go ahead and ask what you're gonna ask.
I just want to know how you got roped in with someone else from a different world. How did that happen? What were you doing?
Now I'm currently roped in with you guys, but
Oh, good one. Answer the question.
he's like, well, obviously he's a traveler, and so he thought it would be best to find somebody that would know the area per se, and why not ask a Vildakin from the Office of the Guild Pact?
So why'd you do it then? So you have dirt on you?
Yeah, like what? Like what did you show? What did he want? What did he want from here? I guess, or like what?
What did he give you
Yeah.
in exchange?
As you ask this, Drazon, what's
Yeah.
your class?
Oh God. My armor class is 16.
You guys watch just as you finish that question, large fangs bite into your shoulder from out of nowhere.
Oh God.
Drazon screams out as you guys turn to look as a giant white and blue spider seemingly phases into existence.
What?
Gosh.
What the
I
fuck?
need you guys to roll initiative.
Big dice.
Wait, but I'm bitten, so I have to,
Yeah,
don't I?
No.
that fucking sucks.
Oh, wait. Yes. Make a Constitution saving throw for me, real quick.
Ooh, Constitution. Yes. Okay.
Natural.
Like I said,
17.
Okay. So you take points of piercing damage. You can
I take how much?
10 points.
Okay.
You can kind of feel that, as spiders do, is injecting you with some kind of poison, but you shrug it off. It kind of recoils back. So,
Oh God. Somebody heal me. I'm at 5 HP. I'm at 5.
All right, I think I can. Let's see. Do I have? Yeah, I can heal you. I'll do cure wounds. Am I close to him?
hold on. We're going to get in the initiative order.
Got it.
So 25 to 20.
Actually, I need to roll for that. Hold on. Yeah.
Okay, so 25 to 20. No one. 20 to 15.
Wow.
No, I got a 19.
15 to 10.
Really? Really? None of us.
we're fucked.
I
Yeah.
got a 19.
What'd you get?
19.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So I missed it.
Okay. You're gonna leave the cast.
End of 5.
8.
7.
Woo, there we are.
Coilette, make sure you got a 9, right,
Yeah.
Lisa? Okay, you need
15.
You're going first.
yeah. Coilette. Draws on. Establish.
Damn.
You're lucky that the spider rolled really piss poor on it.
Yeah, I figured.
So,
Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
all right. Trigori, you turn and see this giant spider. It's fucking huge.
Fucking
and it really appeared to come out of nowhere. What are you gonna
Well,
do?
I'll just use cure wounds real quick on
Jazan?
Drazahan. I don't know exactly what minor illusion does yet. So
Minor illusion is like a soundless smell. Like there's no senses other than sight, but you can
Yeah.
create like a really small image of something, basically.
well, I only gave him 3. So
Oh, it's okay. It happens.
You create a sound. You create a sound or image of an object within range of also for the duration. Illusion ends if you just use this action examine or imagine. Then just creature determines an illusion.
you know that skull would come in handy right now.
So cure wounds is all you can do right now.
Yeah, that's fine. I already rolled for it, so it's 3.
Okay. Are you?
And then I don't know where I am in relation to it.
Minor illusion is that one thing I want to use on like copper coins.
What?
Cast minor illusion, just minor illusion on like
I think
copper coins because it's within a 5 foot range. Like, some gold for you because they can't interact with the illusion itself.
I turned into
I got some gold for you. Not for you.
makes
But
sense.
most
I
likely,
made like a
because he had the
Dude.
constitution save.
answer that would do that.
Obviously, I'm into poison,
That's
but
basically the same thing before.
but they take their poison is 9-2d8,
Mm-hmm.
and you're paralyzed for 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
Poison's fun.
Do that more often.
You will, but right now.
Not you, Dustin. I don't want that.
We're having a proper conversation here. Don't get any smart ideas.
Uh-huh.
As we fight a giant poisonous spider.
Yeah, but if I turn into a giant poison spider later on, that's cool.
Hey,
That would be cool.
Right.
Except this is not a giant poison spider.
No, it's something a little bit worse.
Oh, great.
oh,
I looked at the page. I was like, I
Yeah,
know.
you guys good. Take care of it, and I guess it's right here next to Drawzone. That as the marker. So, Trigori, you're on the edge here, kind of next to Nazi's Ven at the back.
I'm gonna grab him and back up
Oh, that's not a good thing.
Yes. You're
as
gonna
far
what?
as I can. Grab him and back up as far as I can.
Okay. Who's got the rope to Nazi's Ven?
I just tied him. I didn't. Nobody's holding it.
Okay.
He's just following, hopefully.
That'll be your move.
it came out of nowhere.
Yes. Seemingly out of nowhere. Nazi's Ven, he is
Makes sense for what
freaking the fuck out. He's gonna turn to you, Trigori, seeing as you just turned. He's like, release me, please, I can help. I don't want to die here. Make a
Give us a
plea.
minute. Give us a minute. Got this.
Just very calmly. My
And
friend's about to die, but we're good.
Yeah, well, we all just drop like flies.
Coilette, your go.
I know, I just don't want to be the first to attack it.
Just don't get hit. Or hit a lot really quickly.
So we're good.
You're at the front. It was
I know, like, it's all right. I'm just gonna bear it up. Let's bear this bitch.
Brr.
You've already used your 2 wild shapes.
No, I thought I only used one.
Use the bear against the zombies. Use the wolf against the flame skull.
Damn, I did. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to thorn whip this bitch, 'cause that's all I got.
Do it.
Attack roll.
Give your phone.
Yeah.
I don't know what's with it. 16 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, is it just 1d6 if I remember correct?
Let me look. Oh, wake up.
First
One.
Okay. 5.
5. Okay. So, and it pulls it 10 feet toward you, right?
Yeah.
Big yikes.
It
Does.
is now in between you and Drawson as you you grab it around its head. It takes a little bit of damage and it pulls it. It is now upon you, and it is not a pleasant sight whatsoever.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
That's awesome.
That's some fucked up shit.
Good.
You have your movement.
And if I back up, is it a attack of opportunity?
Yeah, seeing as it's now in range with you.
Let's back up anyways.
Okay.
Oh no.
It suddenly sees you. That's a 10. That's not gonna hit.
Nope, doesn't
It's
hit.
gonna bite on you. Are you moving away from it, directly away, or are you trying to go a specific way?
Just backing up for now. Yeah, so no specific direction. Just
Your full movement?
let's just do like 15 feet.
Yeah, that'll get you right there. Okay. Ikshai, your go. You turn behind and you see a giant speeder now. Speeder. Running away. As Quillet's running away from it with
it's
the
running,
semblances of Thornwood around it.
Nice speeder.
I will use my bonus action to switch the glaive. And attack it.
Go ahead.
And question.
Ooh, that made a hit 11.
No, you go to hit and you go for like one of its legs and it backs out of the way.
you're a bitch. And that's
Drawson, your go.
Okay, I want revenge. Get my maul out and attempt to hit it.
Okay. Eggshaw is kind of you have advantage on these attacks.
Oh. Hold on. So that's 17.
That's the advantage, right? That's the higher of the two rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead, roll damage.
Okay, so it's the maul. So 2d6. First one's a 5. Second one's a 3. So hold on. Let me. Stats. So +1. So 9 + 3. 12.
Okay. Just its abdomen is to you, and you, no problem, just smack it. Just put a big dent, and it kind of hisses out in pain. Are you gonna stay there?
Actually, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me. I'm gonna use an actually, I'm gonna use the action surge and attack it again.
Okay, go ahead. You still have advantage.
Ooh, 16.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. 4 and a 6 +1, so 11 + 3, 14.
You take the maul, whack, spin it around, whack. You watch as his body kind of shifts from the impact. It is fucking hurt.
Nice.
It is beaten to shit.
That's for biting me.
Do you want to move at all?
No.
Okay, stay right there. Bablish, your go.
Can I see it? Am I in line of sight?
Yes.
Chaos mode.
Go ahead and roll attack.
Yeah. 20. Not natural.
That hits. Go ahead and roll that. It doesn't fucking matter. It's 1 HP. How do you want to do this?
Bam. Oh, let's find out what I hit it with.
Okay.
Where the?
You
You
have
roll 2d8 and choose one of them for the damage type.
All right. Really one. Nice. Great. Love it. Fantastic. We are gonna do. Holy hot freaking hell. We're gonna do. It gets cold damage. It dies in cold damage.
Okay. You quickly spin around and just, without even thinking, huck a cold bolt, regardless of what's behind it, in front of you, or anything. You just assume that there's something.
It's gonna land.
And in the short time Ikshan draws on, you kind of feel the cold energy emanate from it as it hits the body, and the spider kind of reacts. It goes to rear up, and you watch some of its body kind of disappear as the impact hits. But the body and the bottom end is still there. As you see the chill kind of creep across its body and kind of coalesce around what was empty space, you can now see the body of the spider almost.
Tight.
It is frozen in place in this horrid death pose.
Hit it with a hammer.
That's what I did earlier.
You need to do it again.
Fuck.
You guys seemingly have made it through. Escape.
Nice. So was it?
I'm still hurt. Like I'm at 8 HP.
But you
It's
guys
fine.
handled it okay.
I'm at 7 HP.
But my max HP is 28.
You guys should have temporary HP also.
I think.
Oh, yeah, no, I plowed through that.
Oh crap! That's right.
Okay.
Oh no, that happened after that.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because I still had 7.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I have 2 temporary hit points
Which
left.
means I didn't take that 7 from the trap.
No.
Forgot about that. That number's never used.
Shit. Yeah.
So, but you guys, Nazi has been like without any effort. You guys, you're lucky because it was after Bablish, it was the spider's turn. Then things would have gone bad.
Got a little stressful. It just disappeared again out of nowhere.
Oh yeah,
A little.
face spiders are fun.
What's this trash? I'm sorry. As a bonus action, it can magically shift the material plane to the ethereal plane, or vice versa. Just like, peace, dog. Bam.
Essentially, it could basically
That would suck.
you guys, unless you had true sight or ethereal vision, you wouldn't know where the fuck it was, who it was gonna attack, or anything like that.
What?
Yeah. So, anyway, you guys make it back to Golgarian civilization.
Oh, before we do that, can I drop the skull somewhere in the forest?
That's punk as fuck.
Well, I meant to put it on the top of the chimney to warn other people, but I forgot when we got out of the chimney because I fell.
Yeah, it's fairly easy. And kind of looking around, there's a lot of decomposition of different. It's kind of unsightly, especially for you, Trigori. You're not used to some of this horrific imagery that seems to be just naturally occurring. So you take out your skull and just kind of huck it, and
Cool.
as you watch it, it lands. You kind of see a few vines like automatically grab onto it and kind of sink it into the ground.
And it's gone.
So
Demons.
yeah, it's a lesson about the Golgari Underground and just like do not even on the beaten path, like fucking
Oh, we know.
it's awful here.
We know.
So
We've almost died here every time we've come here.
yeah,
It's true.
it's great.
Would like to not end up in a coma again.
Back. Can I just play around with this new bag of mine? I'm like, oh, I was like,
Yeah, so
I figure out what it does.
yeah, you open up your bag and you look in, you don't see the remnants of the bone. And you're like, You put your hand in and you think about the skull bits and suddenly they appear. Like, oh. You've seen these items before.
I'm assuming I know they exist.
Yeah.
Would I
you
know
got-
that they are a separate plane of existence within them?
Not you specifically, no.
I'll
You
just
know
tell
that they're magically that it's like, cool, these bags seem to hold a lot of stuff and they don't necessarily show what they have.
I'll just tell everyone that I got a magic bag that can hold a lot of stuff.
You got the bag of holding.
That was irritating to
A
watch.
bag of holding.
What's in the bag? Sorry, kind of breaking critical to talk about critical role. The party got a bag of holding as well, and they're just like, "What's in here?" And they're like, "Well, let's put our hand and think about this, this, this." It's like if you reverse the bag of holding, all the contents spill out.
You could tell Liam knew that, but he wasn't gonna play the game.
Oh no! But it was so irritating to watch him like funnel around. It's like, "Oh my god, you guys are dumb." And then, anyway, so Iksha finds out that he acquired a bag of holding from the mansion that he basically stole. So, you guys get topside, and it's been a few hours.
I don't even got there.
I have the notes somewhere, but because you left early that morning. Yeah, you left that morning. It took you a couple hours to get to the thing, to the chasm. Then it took you about an hour and a half to get to the location. Navigating the top, avoiding the traps and such like that was another hour. So it's about, yeah, like it's night, it's early night, right? So around dinner time, but still not too late into the night where revelry starts to take place. When you emerge, it takes you a few more hours to get from the gate, an hour and a half from the gate chasm to the office of the guild pact, but by the time you will arrive, it'll be closed. So you guys emerge from the great chasm, and I'll let you choose what you want to
Do
do.
we know?
So what do we do?
I don't really trust Nazius to hang around while we sleep.
And
Nope.
he pipes up again. He's like, I have my own house. Again, wasn't doing anything nefarious of some sort, just helping out a traveler. If you
But
would.
for what? What did it give you? Unanswered questions from hours ago.
He's like, he's defeated. He's like, you guys. He's like, you guys won't let me go if I don't say anything, will you?
No.
My knowledge go period.
He's gonna have a goal to work too, Bablish. Hold on.
You guys definitely. It's like, well, me gold. Pay you to let me go.
At least.
I would rather have the answers.
Both.
Order and the answer.
Okay.
The answers. Still pretty coin in my pocket. He wouldn't divulge as much as I know. He was looking for teleportation magic, obvious. But he wouldn't divulge too much about what exactly he needed them for, about teleporting things, obviously. But when he first entered that chamber, he was not happy. He commented about the structure of the devices themselves and how shoddy, where they broke, how they broke, and such like that, even regardless of the ages that had passed. But he was also discontent with the size. He looked as if he wanted to teleport something massive.
Okay.
But beyond that, wasn't the. There was conversation. It was very minimal and talking about how buildings and such were in disarray, how some of the devices that he saw of his design could have been modified for better optimization, efficiency, and such like that. It was, and I don't know that sort of stuff. I would imagine he would have a better conversation with the other Valdakin. He points to Bablish, or gestures to Bablish, who is, at this point, you are at 2 points of exhaustion.
No.
It has been a long day, and you've taken some hits. You are beaten, so your speed is now halved.
I'm gonna die, boys. We should call it a night.
Hey, you said you had a house. Can we crash at your place?
Don't think not.
I asked.
I think so. I have, and he at that point he's ruffling through he's dressed like a nobleman, so he pulls out 150 gold. It's like a quarter. Information. I have been obliged every request, and I have done no such thing. And he turns to Trigori. He's like, "You're a man of the law. I know you are. Let me go, for I've done nothing. At some point, this is going to be considered kidnapping."
I'll look around at everyone else and make sure like it's okay.
Yeah.
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 I wanna walk him away a little bit though, and then before I end time, I have a couple questions.
Away from the group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause it has to do with my father, so I mean, probably shouldn't care. Don't care.
Okay.
So, basically, I want to try to actually persuade him first, and I want to say, I will make sure that this group completely forgets about you. We'll never come after you again. We'll never do anything again.
Well, I'd hope so. I haven't done anything wrong.
Whoa. Let me finish. You know my father, right? You've worked with him?
I know of him. I haven't had specific dealings.
You've never met with him? You've never done anything with him?
Not face to face. He's a senator, and I'm office of the guild pact. If anything, he has a representative come to the office that I maybe have interacted with, but nothing.
Did the strange man mention his name?
He asked some questions about figures that he may get in contact with. I provided a list, and your father seems to be a very open arm senator, at least likes to hear from different people. So it's possible, though the conversation never really came up.
Okay. I don't have any more questions. You can be on your merry way. I'll take my dagger out, cut the rope.
Okay. So he rubs his wrist, and you can see there's definitely marks up to his the middle of his forearm that are fucking beat red just because of how tight the bindings were. A little bit of bruising and such, but he rubs. He's like, "Well, good." And again, I did no such thing as wrong. So, but thank you for killing that nasty, foul, spider-like beast. Good night. He kind of watching his back, and with a hurried pace, makes his way. Then he disappears around a corner.
Oh. Goddamn.
All right. Well, I think since Baelish is about to literally crash at our feet, we should
Yeah,
I'm going to that.
at least a day's worth of rest.
Are you guys
It's a day's worth of rest.
to remove 1 point of exhaustion? Yeah.
Okay.
2 long rests.
Oh no.
1 long rest per point of exhaustion.
Yeah, I
thought-
figured. I was just like, yeah, it's gonna be at least a day.
Take a small vacation.
So, question, are we closer to the Gentle Jester, or are we closer to my house in the Silesian territory?
Because of Bablish's speed, if you all are traveling together, well, I guess there's a few carriages and such like that would help minimize that. But you're about 30 minutes closer to the Gentle Jester than you are your home. But at this point, you're kind of incomparable.
Okay. Well, we can either go to my place, crash there, or we can go to the Gentle Jester and rent some rooms again.
I would like a beer.
Gentle Jester it is.
All right. Are you guys walking?
Or should we,
Should someone carry him?
I'll carry him.
yeah.
There we go.
Carry him to the carriage that I just rented.
Perfect.
Ooh.
The flag one. Yeah, Bablish is getting slow, without even fighting it. He's just muttering, just nonsense at this point. He has got big, droopy, droopy dog eyes, muttering to himself that isn't even English in any or common in any regard. Hasan throws him up, and it shows just guys. That'll be you. Tell him you want to go to the General Jester. And think about it for a moment, but he's like, that's about 2 gold to get. Though it might be a little bit, just a little slower, seeing as it's a relatively smaller cart. So trying to fit the 5 of you on there is gonna take some finagling. But
Each of you guys got 50 gold out of that 250 he gave us.
You're going to split it with us?
That's so
Okay.
nice.
Nice.
I kept a lot of the other money you guys let me have, so without even saying anything, I'll just give you some gold.
Sweet.
You make it to the General Jester. It's about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
You said 50, right?
Just as you arrive, it's not as packed as you've seen it before, but there's definitely some patrons kind of coming in late at night, getting some food. You can see that some of the Rakdos performers are starting to take makeshift stage. Some fire jugglers. You can, as you pass by, you watch as there's a fire breather, and then as soon as you pass by, there's a loud scream, and you look back, and there's a dude patting himself on fire. Those people just carry on. The rest of the audience, some help the poor soul, but you get in, and you can see Chester is he's sitting down for like the first time you've seen. It's been, you can tell he's tired, but he looks good evening, friends. Welcome to the Gentle Jester. And he kind of nods to Drazhan and Drazhan and with Bablish kind of slumped over his shoulder.
Just like,
And
right here.
Yeah.
Chester kind of he looks at Drazhan and kind of motions over to the dead pool board. He's like, what?
Yes.
He nods. He's like, no, kind of. You flip around. He sees Bablish kind of just like, just spewing words. You guys go over to the bar, sit down.
Somebody put me in a bed.
Yeah. I'll carry him.
I'll take him up if you want to grab a drink, Drazhan.
Actually, yeah, I'll grab a drink.
All right, so I'll take Bablish to a room, and then I'll go in another and try to unjam Loader.
Okay. Yeah, Chester, are you doing the 5 rooms or 3 rooms or whatever? How many rooms are you going to be renting for the evening?
What with 5? That works.
Guess the 5.
5? All right. Put 8 gold for 8 gold for the rooms.
All of them?
Yes.
Per room?
I was like 8 per. Holy crap.
That would mean that he was like
5 a day.
but
He's charging Trump price.
so are you each paying it?
Take my money.
Yeah.
So you each collectively pull out 8 gold, slam it down, he collects, grabs a couple of keys. He's like, well, if it's open, it's yours.
Nice.
One of you a key.
I'll just Bablish in a bed, room, go to mine.
Okay, make a dexterity check with your proficiency bonus.
Okay. 16?
Yeah, you clear the jam. Kind of
Oh, for the thing. I was like, what? To put him in bed?
no!
You just throw him out the window.
Fucking
You go to clear your jam, and it works. It's okay.
Well, I was like, I put him in bed, and you're like, roll. I was like, for putting him to bed? All right. I'm
You
down.
roll to either place me in bed or fucking tackle me into it.
Yeah, just
Flex him.
yeah. Good night, bitch.
But as Iksha takes Bablish up the stairs, Chester is still on the ground. He's using his trunk mostly to kind of reach for all this stuff. Grabs one of the tankards, pours you a drink, hands it in front of you, and kind of. So, what happened to your friend? He's not dead, which is good, but he don't look no good, which is bad.
He's a little tired. We had a long day.
Run into a giant spider.
Yeah, that sucked.
Gross. They're big and nasty. I have to get Gordy to smack it down whenever I see one.
Yeah.
Chester's a Luxodon, right? Mind you, he's a big dude.
Just leave a spider to him that's small.
But he like, yeah, he hates spiders, and just the idea of him kind of being like, Gordy, get it, is kind of a funny thought. But
Love it.
he kind of turns his jaws on. He's like, well, but good thing he doesn't have to be erased from the Deadpool. It's good. You can see now, Jaws-on, there's a few gold pieces put on your name. That one has still 0 put on his.
The last time I made an enemy, I spoke bubble.
Oh god.
You don't leave any survivors, is why you don't have enemies.
Yeah, that is very true.
You're not wrong.
I probably know freaking bet on me.
So, the night is yours. What do you guys want to do?
Drink.
Battle's obviously out sleeping.
I was like, if I want to contribute, I guess I'm sleeping.
Well, I definitely want my animal shape. I need at least 8 hours. So I don't want to stay up too late.
Long rest for you, since you're half elf, is 4 hours.
Oh, I thought 8 hours was a long rest to get my animal back. It's only 4?
If you're half elf, it's 4 hours.
No.
Well, then I'm going to...
Oh, I thought you guys did that meditation thing.
Yeah, as a full elf. Half elves don't get.
Are you? Wait, and now I'm confused because I could. Are you a full elf or a half elf? You're a full elf, right?
I'm a full elf. I'm a wood elf.
That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I got it wrong. So yeah, you guys. It only takes you guys 4 hours. Everybody else takes 8 hours. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Well, then I'm going to get a drink.
Oh, it would make it so good.
The human perks, the elf perks, and the...
So you're resting as well.
Me?
Yeah, Elisa.
No, since I only have to do 4 hours, I'm going to get a drink and hang out with peeps.
Okay. Chigori, you hanging out?
What's the big plan tomorrow?
As you talk, and by this point, he's jammed his stuff and came down to with the rest of you, minus one Bablish.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do we do now?
Are we giving him 2 days to sleep? Are we giving him just tonight to sleep? He looked pretty exhausted.
Give him 2.
All right, we can give him 2 days. We'll just ditch him for a couple days while he sleeps.
Yeah, we could.
It's not like I can wake up with bedhead, so nobody's gonna even know. I'll just pay for my room or something.
I already paid for yours.
Big Shot just like reached into his pocket, took out a.
It's just like that's for tomorrow.
I paid for it with your money.
So yeah, he's gonna sleep for 2 days, and what do we do?
I'm gonna go to bed, get a good night's rest, wake up early.
Yeah, all right. Well, if everyone's going to bed, I'll go to bed too.
Just as you guys make out, he's like, Chester couldn't overhelp hear the conversation. He's like, if you need something to do, there's always jobs of which I can sign you to.
There's always what?
Jobs,
Jobs.
things that people need taken care of, stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, it's probably honestly the best thing to do.
You guys know I need money, and you guys are a fairly competent crew, so.
Yeah. So I guess rest, and then in the morning check out job boards, see what we can accomplish.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right. So you go to sleep. It's fairly peaceful. Yeah. Colette, as you drift off, you have you dream, and within it, it starts off black. You are seemingly floating. Turn around, and then there's just open, starry night sky. See various blues, purples, and many stars. And it's very serene. Pete.
Please, the corona's got him.
Yep.
The Rona drifts by.
Very serene. As you are just kind of almost floating, watching, you observe as the stars start to move. They condense into this sphere. And then it starts to take shape, similar to the one that you observed in the book. a four-armed figure that looks hooded, but doesn't give any concrete details. It is just this space. And as you watch as this whirling and shaping is unfolding in front of you, everywhere that this aether moves, it creates a darkness behind it. So it clearly stands out amongst the void. You watch as two of the brightest stars blink on. And though they don't have any pupils, you feel its gaze, this entity, fall upon you. There's this mixture of fear and questions. It's a general sense of mystery that kind of overwhelms you at this moment. The four-armed entity kind of lowers itself, and there's almost this weird change in perspective where once before you was this immense figure is now a half floating body your size, kind of eye to eye with you. And it, though speechless the entire time, it hovers around you. One of its hands reaches out and taps you right in the center of your forehead. You die instantly. But there is this sudden wave of information that crashes on you. See these bubbles appear of different lands. There's a desert, immense heat. There is another city with mechanical contraptions walking around. Another one that is nothing but untamed, wild. So many places, and suddenly the sensation that been to all of these at once and to none of these at all. There are faces of men and women, cat-like beings, and constructs. As these bubbles pass through, a dark void appears, and as it comes closer, it oozes this thick, dark oil. And as it passes your body, the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Know what that is. The entity is in front of you again, this time back into its immense form. Hear words, though you see no mouth. You hear it in your head. Travel, child. There are many places for which you need to visit. One that you need to aid with. Learn to use this power when it finally ignites. And as he's saying this, you watch as his body kind of disappears slowly until it's the two stars, and they blink out.
Well, all right.
I see what you did there, and I like it.
What?
I see what you did there, and I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
But It's a lot of fun when you know the stuff and you're just like, here.
I was like, shit, wait a minute, I know this one.
Anyway, the next morning, the sun rises. You each get up, feeling completely refreshed. Bablish, you still have 1 level of exhaustion.
Except for me.
Yeah, you're still asleep.
Everybody gets all their spell slots. You no longer have the temporary hit point.
Okay.
I wasn't distracting you guys by making a temporary eraser for my mechanical pencil.
Good, I didn't even notice.
Nope, didn't.
So, whoa. Hold on. No, that's wrong.
15,000 XP?
Sure. That's what I'm figuring out right now. Hold on 1 second. You each get 480 XP from that.
Cool.
But what?
15,000 XP.
Oh,
What did we get? 480?
480. Yep. Had you fought, that figure would have gotten more, but you had to ask questions. Like you want to learn about what's going on in the world. You don't want to be murder hobos. How odd.
It happens.
Do you not want to just use that?
It's not precise enough to get like in between my writing
Oh.
because I wrote too small. Up here it's fine.
So, I'll ask you guys, Boom Bang Squad, what would you like to do?
I guess I could check out job boards.
I'm going to sleep.
Jeez.
What's the next level cap, by the way, for experience?
It's like 9,000 or something.
Balls.
Away is over.
Yeah, it's not good. You guys just leveled up, so.
But all the good shit is at 5.
It takes a while to get to 5.
500.
6,500.
6,500. Okay.
Over halfway.
So Bablish is sleeping. Jazan is checking out job boards.
Leave me to not die.
I'll just ask the bartender. I forgot his name all of a sudden.
Chester.
Chester, yeah. That's
Chester Strigander of the Gentle Jester.
right. That's for us.
Okay. Troy?
I would like to go back to the jeweler if it's been 2 days, right?
Yeah.
I would like to go back to him because I want to look at this crystal too that we got.
Okay. And then Corlette, what would you like to do?
So the dream really has me freaked out. So I gotta figure out more about that. So I'm not sure how to go about doing that, but clearly all I know is that there's a power I possess that I don't understand. So I'm not sure how to go about doing that, if like going back to the library and trying to figure out more research, or if I would know of anyone in town who I can start chatting with.
You also did not find that dream book with Lamar.
Oh yeah, I should track him down. But there was nothing about him, right? Not even like his guild or.
It said that he'd like to spend his time on the docks in Precinct 6.
Oh, then I'm going there.
Okay. All right. So, guys, wake up in the morning, converse with each other, and kind of figure out what's going on. Bablish, he opens the door as you knock. He's like, I'm going to sleep. Fuck y'all. And immediately you hear a boom thud as he just falls over on his bed. Okay, so Iksha and Drasan go downstairs and Chester's rubbing the eye goobers out of his face as you go down. Sit down and he's like, good morning. Want food, drink? How are the rooms? You sleep okay?
Sure. No food or drink. You mentioned some jobs last night?
Ah, yes.
In need of jobs.
Alrighty, let me pull out my book. Pulls out this. It says it's a used like folder sort of thing where many jobs have come through it, and you can see there's various stains of like alcohol and such that have passed on it. Like, well, how about you want to be in a actor show? Apparently, somebody's looking for actors, performers, but that one doesn't cover hazard pay. Not immediate. All right. Let me see.
Wait, what?
There seems to be some laboratory up in Easy Territory that is one of the contraptions there is run amok, taking over a lab, and they need somebody to take it out. There is dealing with the renegade clan up to the north that is encroaching on Selesnya grounds. Ghoul clans that seem to be a little bit troublesome, but not a big deal. We also have a mysterious beastie that seems to have taken refuge in one of the ruins in just by Simic territory in Precinct 3.
Well, I'll run all three by the rest of the group when I see them next. I don't know when that's going to happen, but...
Yeah, just so you know, whatever job you don't take, it may not be here when you get back. So,
put us down for... I'm assuming the Is It one is the closer one.
the General Jester is pretty far. It's equal distance. It's whatever you kind of want to do at the moment.
They'll pay more, so I'll put us down for the Is It one. We might be back for the others.
All right, you just enough. So,
how much do these all pay?
So the Golgari one is more so they'll trade you in like potions and such like that. Primarily healing potions. With like 100 gold. That's scams. The Crassus is kind of interesting, though it is a little bit tougher with about 1,500 gold as its reward. The group land, I said that the Is It about 850, around there. The Rakdos one is as he kind of pulls out the list. You can see there's a list of people that have attempted. A lot of names are on the board that have accepted that job. So, growing need. So you can see the reward keeps jumping up. I had about 1,000.
Probably not that one, but we'll put us down for the Gruul one, the $1,500.
The Gruul, you want both?
Just Gruul. We might do the others depending on if the others want to.
Okay, no problem.
Wait, which one do you want to do?
The Gruul one, because that one pays the most.
The Gruul one was the potions. It was
I said the Golgari was the potions.
Sorry, I meant Gruul. Because they're encroaching on the Selesnya area.
That's what I said. Put us down for the Gruul.
Wait.
I said the Is It was 800.
Yes.
Gruul was 1,500. The Golgari potions and 100.
Simic was the 1,500.
Oh, they're Simic now. You said Golgari at first.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
The $1,500 one. Just tell me what that is.
So you're dealing with the Crassus. Got it. Okay.
I don't really care what it is. I'm just
Still enough. I can put you down. What am I putting down? I'm not putting the individual names. You got a group? What's your group name?
It's the Boom Bang Squad.
Boom Bang Squad. Not the. He kind of looks at you for a moment. Looks at Jaws and he's like, okay.
Okay.
Your choice. It was.
He knows what's up.
So he's like, I've heard worse.
Strawson nodding.
Yeah.
He's super proud about it. And Shaw's just like,
I look away when I hear that.
There's you as you do that, you catch a few people kind of look at you, look toward your direction, like, Boom bang squad, huh?
I just point the crossbow. I'm like, shut your fucking mouth.
Make an intimidation check.
12.
Well, they side eye, but they kind of go back to their business. So dealing with classes, boom bang squad, got it. And you don't get any of the money if you don't meet the requirements. But if you want it, I can give you right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take
So it's a dossier. It details that a crisis of what they believe to be is a mix between 1 and 2. They're not 100% sure, and it's been a little bit since it escaped its incubation, took refuge in an old pod laboratory and it's made its way topside. There's been a few attempts before that people haven't come back from yet. They want to make sure that either you contain it alive, or at least make sure that the body is intact, that they can recover and learn about how it kind of adapted on its own without the without the aiding hand of the Simic.
Is there a bonus for getting it alive?
There is. There's something about it, but they don't specify what. So that could legitimately mean that they alter you in some way.
Oh God.
Seems suspect.
Feel would be that they would rather have the research than they would the actual beast itself. So it's up to your discretion, but there definitely seems to be more incentive for bringing in alive.
Does it say where it is exactly? Well, it has to. Where is it?
Precinct 3, just below it's one of the old Simic laboratories. They do give you an address in that district.
What is that exactly?
Get there when we get there. But it details that it's it would be you're looking for Kozim. Kozim. Precinct 3.
Cool.
I'll leave you with that right now.
And what was that third job? There's the Is It thing, the Crassus. What was the other one?
Is it
The
was
gruel?
the taking care of the nasty beastie. Is it was reclaiming the lab with finding some construct that they created, and then Gruel was encroaching on land, so dealing with a renegade people that were pushing too far where they shouldn't have been.
And that was the potions and 100
Yeah.
potion. I'll wait till I'll just hang out around the bar until everyone gets back. Whenever that might be.
Okay. Trigori, you make your way to the.
I want to, before I leave, can I ask if anybody else wants me? Tell them where I'm going. See if they want, because I know other people picked up crystals. If they want, I'm gonna just tell them I'm going to check out, see if anybody knows anything about this. I have this gem guy. If you want me to take yours too, if it's worth money, I can sell it and give you the
I'll
profit.
actually go with. I'll go with you.
Okay.
And I'll mention those jobs that I heard about on the way.
So, as Trigori finishes ready, Makeshaw finishes up, and Trigori asks, you both leave. It takes you like 3 hours to get from there to the gem cellar. And immediately you recognize the place.
Is that where I went?
Yeah. You go in and you open up. Trigori's behind you, and as you open up, the old man kind of looks up at Justin, and he's like immediately not impressed. Sees Trigori behind you, and he's like, "You're back. Welcome. Yes, can I help you?"
I forgot. When I went there last, did he say how much he would give me? Would he give me full price for those black sapphires, or did he just price?
You didn't have the last time you went there. You didn't go. You didn't.
Oh, I was just getting the dust.
Yeah.
I'll wait for Trigori to do his thing. I'll just hold up one of those black sapphires and be like,
His attention kind of shifts to you.
be like, okay, do your thing.
So he you can see there's a visible change. He's more interested in this and goes to you're back a little sooner. I'm getting close. I believe I know what this that gem you've left me with is, but I'm not. There's still just a few things I need to confirm.
Cool. No problem. I have something else for you. I have a what's it called? A shard of crystal. Pull it out of my bag. Show it to him.
You pull it
Found
out.
it.
He pulls out a rag and kind of for you to place it there. You do. And he looks at it for a moment, takes out jeweler's lens and kind of inspects it. He's like, he takes both hands on the rag, kind of shoves it more toward you. He's like, this is baseline crystal. It was used in viewing ports and such like that a long time ago, but hardly has any use in here.
Can you tell me anything else about it? How old is it? I mean, who used it?
At the time, a lot of people. But what I can tell you now, it is junk and worthless, and I rather don't want it in my shop. He kind of keeps it towards you to take it back without having to touch it.
Okay, I'll pick it up. Put it back in my bag, I guess.
Come back and if I shouldn't be perturbed for the rest of the day. Come back tomorrow, and I should have everything figured out for that.
Cool. Good.
So now, business.
I'll be like, I'll meet you outside, Trigori. No, I'll go to the counter. Be like, how much can I get for these right now in gold?
Right now in gold, and he
Or platinum.
motions for the thing.
I'll pull out the second one, bro. I'll sit him on the cloth.
His eyes go a little wide. Kind of looks at you back. Takes out that jeweler's. Did you go outside?
I just want to walk around the shop. I can go outside either way. I can go outside. That's fine.
I'm concerned if Trigori knows.
Okay. Jori kind of looks around at. And most of this is fairly. You've seen a lot of people sporting this, or at least people that your dad has interacted with, sporting these different golds, gems of values and such like that. It's very flashy sort of stuff, very luxurious. He takes out you set down the two things. He pulls out his jeweler's lens and looks at it, flips it around, kind of grabs one of them. A bit of an older cut, but these are in good condition. You want gold for this?
Platinum.
Or platinum?
Or gets me more.
How much were you looking to get with these?
Look, you showed me, bro. I had them priced, so I told me that much.
You know,
I don't remember.
they're around 5G.
Well, that's what I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask for 6.
He
They're
looks at
relics
you.
sold, man. From a
That
bygone
they
era.
indeed are, but relics of this kind don't sell. And I'm in the business of making a profit.
Ancient Golgari Black Sapphire. Priceless. Wearing history. How many Orzhov prudes can say they wear Golgari history?
He hears that and he kind of gives you a scowl as there is clearly an Azorius member in the room that's though he's transfixed on some of the things, he's still in the room. How did you acquire such priceless relics?
A little scrounging.
He's like,
I just had him.
no, yeah, you just had him.
I'll say I don't know they're Golgari. I just made that up.
Make a persuasion check with,
All I need.
yeah, go for it. Just straight persuasion.
Whoa! I'm going +1, so that's a 14.
These are not priceless. These,
But they are 6,000.
no. In my shop, they could be, but I need to make a profit. 3,000.
No can do. Take them and I'll walk away.
You grab them just like, whoa. You can see like the wheels turning as you.
Doors open. I'm about to leave. Closing it.
4,000.
Oh.
Lean back. 4,500.
Kicking the balls while you're at it.
Lots to make money.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm in a
Yeah,
hurry.
right.
I'll close the door.
Oh, man.
You
I'll leave. I'll stay there for a second. See if he yells or something.
you hear like shuffling. He
sorry.
opens the door and you're right there. He's like, "God."
As soon as I heard the shuffling, I would start walking, like, acting like I'm actually.
4,200.
Oh,
4,000. Hmm?
$8,200 for the lot, for the both.
Well, if it's 4,200 per, how about 8,400?
I still need to make a profit.
Still profiting.
Not very much.
Golgari history sells instantly. This is an instant 800 gold in your pocket.
Gari is very particular, and in this district, it's a little harder to move.
Not if you sell it right. You're not selling on me. I guess I don't want to do my business here.
Can I walk over? 5,000 for each of them.
oh.
You do that. He looks.
Not to the shopkeeper.
No, yeah, he's looking
Yeah,
at
yeah.
as you do that. You guys could have just walked in. He's like, fine, if that's the deal you want to make, do with it what you will. And he slams his door.
I tried. I'm sorry.
Anything less than what he was offering. I'll find a deal somewhere else.
Alright. But
What's it?
what would you like? So you're going to precinct 6, yes? Yep. Alright. From here to it's not too long. Actually, it's about a couple hours. Walking. If you want to take a carriage, you can. It'll take you.
Sorry, your voice cut out there.
And if you want to walk, it's about 2 hours. If you want to take like a carriage or something, it's about an hour.
Okay, I'll take a carriage. Why not?
The carriage driver is like 3 gold to go from here to precinct 6.
Okay.
So, it's a relatively nice day out today. It's sunny but cloudy, so it's got that constant shade. It's a little bit cool, but not too bad. You get to precinct 6 and there's this faint smell of sea salt on the air. And you can see that there are these seagulls essentially kind of occupy this space. This is where a lot of shipment and stuff from other precincts and such come in. I'll have you make an investigation check.
Natural 20.
All right. So you go to the precinct, one of the headquarters of the precinct, and ask about if there's a Lamar or anything like that. And the receptionist that you meet at that desk was like, "Oh, I love his works about dreams and such like that." Yes, he's spends his time mostly by the docks. Depending on the days, this might be a good day to catch him. If you want to go a little further south, that's where he tends to like it, as it's not so much cargo ships coming in and out, but just personal boats that kind of give it a lot calmer thing. You might have luck there.
Are there any distinctive features? I only know his name. Do you know what he looks like or what he typically wears?
He's an older Valdakin. He's got plenty of wrinkles. He's got a saggy face, to where you don't really see the eyes. From what the description is, he's not affiliated with any guild, so he kind of wears a long gray robe that has a hood. Just likes to walk about, meander. So do be careful. There are some not so pleasant people on the docks, so be aware of that. But I hope you find him, and if you can, say hello for me. I like his work.
Will do.
But you make your way to the docks that she tells you, and as you approach, it's definitely very nice. This is upper part where it's like yachts and such like that, sailboats and all that on these docks. Some that are luxurious, some that are old. There's a couple of benches and such. You can see a couple of people fishing off the side, just kind of enjoying the day. You see a lot of cargo ships kind of pass on by as you're looking. And as you ask around, there's nobody recognizes that name. As you investigate, you spend an hour or two kind of asking, checking, waiting. Finally, you just kind of sit down on one of the benches and just watch. And person shuffles up next to you as you're looking out. It's a good day, don't you agree?
Very beautiful.
Yeah, I like the seawater. It's very refreshing, very pleasant.
Do I look over at him or?
Yeah,
All right, so I'll look over at him.
it's him. He's
Okay.
this. You can see where you don't see, like, Bablish and the other Valdakins that you've run into don't really have. They're very distant. Like, they're very intellectually smart. They're intellectual, but they're also very distant, just kind of not playing into the emotional aspect. His face cracks as he grins very deeply, and it's true. His face his skin is all floppy and such like that. And you can see purple spots of age show, and he's got that light gray like sleeves with a dark gray stripe down the front of it, and there's a few stains here and there. At the bottom, it's definitely not the cleanest robes, but he's very content. He's like, he asks you, so what brings you out to the docks? Just a ship gazer like I am?
Not so much. I'm actually supposed to say hi to you. Do I know the woman's name? Did she give it to me?
No, she was
Okay.
just excited. But
All right. Well, I tell there's quite a few people around here. They're very.
you cut out for half of that.
Oh, I said there's a lot of people around here that are very with your work.
Oh, are you one of them too?
Very much so. I've read your book a couple times through now.
Which one? I've written a couple.
I probably have it on my person since I carry everything around, so I'll pull it out and show him.
Ah, yes. Very, very interesting book. What caught your eye about it, if I may ask?
Weirdly enough, the idea of all these other worlds, getting to leave this one and experience others, learning from them.
You
Seeing-
kinda- as you say that, his grin kind of widens, and his brow lifts up to where you can see his eyes now. And they're a dull grayish purple color, and kind of pleasant. He's like, "You don't say." I've always been fascinated with different worlds. The idea of them, at least. There's always and I've along my years I've met special people that have these sparks. Yeah. That like to travel to these worlds in a way. He kind of backtracks a little bit.
So in your so-called dreams, how many of these worlds have you been to?
Personally, about 10 or so. I like to frequent just a little more than others. Some are a lot more pleasant.
And how do you frequent them if they're dreams? How do you keep going back?
That spark I said, right? Certain people have it, and it's hard to lose. Once you have it, it allows you to just go to places you never thought you were. But how they get those sparks is different per person, or at least what I've seen, talked with.
Do you know
have
if
an
anyone-
of it. I
Do
can see
you
it.
have this spark?
Yeah, I would say I'd hope so.
And how do you use your spark?
Well, he smiles big, and as you do that, he vanishes. You watch as he kind of vanished in front of your eyes. You kind of look around like, what the fuck? And he's now sitting on the another bench to your left. So you kind of are freaking out, and you turn and look at him. He's got a big ass grin. He's like, "Oh, it takes some time to get to use, but who knows? There's definitely something special about you, for sure. And you've been touched by another being. I'm sure your spark will ignite one of these times. You just
Is
have to be confident and patient.
So patience is the key. Is there anything to be learned or taught?
Well, it can be. There are places that you want to avoid. And you can see like that grin kind of disappears. It is. They're just some of these worlds that are better left traveled, forgotten, avoided, as the nightmares that they produce are. Another subject. Those are the tales of horror stories, and I like to dive in fantasy. Make people feel good. Travel to different places. Kind of sits in upon himself, tucks away, kind of looks out at the docks, and that smile kind of returns. Well, I will tell you this. Everybody's different. How that spark ignites is unique to the individual. How they utilize it is unique. But it's almost there. You almost got it. Just keep doing what you're doing. seems, and you'll be on the right track.
Alright. So before I say bye to you, you mentioned some other books that you wrote. Is there anywhere I can pick them up? Any bookstores or libraries around?
Huh. Well, the book you have is one of my most popular. So they found that book that you'd like. One of my favorite planes that I'd like to revisit. Places that people like to imagine is Theros. That's a great place. A lot of heroes, a lot of monsters. Great for fantasy writing. So trying not to use Oedipus Rex.
No. Yeah,
What?
nothing.
You are damn it. Theodric Hydra is what you'd be looking for.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, if you excuse me, I would like to enjoy this day. I hope you
He's not
find what
enjoying
you
it.
want.
Sorry, what was that?
Lamar, he kind of turns to you, he kind of shuffles like, now if you will excuse me, I'd like to enjoy this dock this day. And I traveled really far recently, so
All right. Well, I'll leave you to relaxation. Thank you for talking to me.
it's always good. And if you do end up visiting, if that sparking lights, find me again.
Absolutely.
He turns and he just kind of sits content.
All right. Well, I'll get up and start heading away. So based on what he said, the book title that he gave me, am I kind of under the impression that this book might not exist in this world? Or would it be sold here?
It looked like he was leading you to a book that he wrote that may provide some information of kind of what you're looking for and such.
Okay.
At least provide a starting ground for what you're trying to inquire about.
Okay. Do I know of any like bookstores that are nearby that are pretty large and have like a large collection?
It's a lot of warehouses, and as you pass, you kind of have to, like, you watch your step just because there's some people that call you. There's some shady figures that kind of are sitting in doorways that just watch you walk by. But here is primarily, it's not a pleasant place to live. And from some of the stories that I heard, this not a pleasant place in general. It's that like on the docks, nasty creatures appear, stuff like that. So
Okay.
you'll have to go to Precinct 3 it's Precinct 3 where the like academy and such like that. There's a lot of bookstores around there. The library and stuff you can try again.
Got it. And that's pretty far from the Gentle Jester, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is it around-
but from where you're at right now, it's actually like north.
Okay. Because I know that we're supposed to meet up to talk about that, whatever thing that we have to do. All right, I'll start heading back to the Gentle Jester then. And
Alrighty. Establish, as you are sleeping in your exhausted state, you have a dream about creating this wonderful invention. So amazing that Niv Mizzet thoroughly impressed and oddly, this dragon that is thousands of years old hands over the title of guild leader to you. And there is a ceremony, and Beldacan women or guys, whichever way Babylon tends to go, or there's desirable partners that flock to your side. It is a magnificent dream.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah. And then suddenly, as you're looking out in the crowd, it turns into a horrid nightmare as multiple goblin charred remains kind of stand up and large as the rest of it falls away. It is a horrifying nightmare as there's goblins without faces, goblins without heads, just burnt cinders.
All the goblins have cooked.
Oh, yeah.
I've cooked so many goblins.
You wake up in just soaked in sweat, but it's just like, whew, it was just a fucking dream. Whew.
I gotta stop murdering goblins.
And then you fall right back asleep.
Oh god! Oh.
She's like, there's this goblin, and I was melting his face, and then
Just fall
Yeah,
back.
you're just saying this all to yourself in the room. There's absolutely nobody.
love it.
No, actually, what happens is you do this as a mage is going to check on your room. You didn't hear knocking, and she just assumed. She opens up. You're like, "There's goblins that they melted the face, and I was guild leader, and fucking poof." And the
Yeah,
mage
I was
just
just
kind of
doing
looks at you, shakes her head, and just
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
So,
Love it. Having a great time.
did anybody want to do anything else? Jazhan, was there anything that you wanted to do while you were so you talked to
Chester.
Chester? I was like Trigori. It's not Trigori. But you talked to Chester. Ikshan, Trigori left. Coilette left, and Battleish. You heard this like some screams from upstairs, and then a very faint thud. So, is there anything that you would like to do?
Not really. Just try and relax, wander a bit.
Okay.
Were you wandering to?
Wherever the trail takes him.
What?
Nowhere.
As you wander around, you go further south than you have before. Past the office of the guild pack, past the general jester and such like that. And you can see various shops and the like. And suddenly there's this tall building of black and gold trim. Very pretty. You can see
Shiny.
a giant sign above the front door. That is the merchant thrall. And you couldn't help but investigate like what are the wares. You go in and it's clear that this is Orzhov in design. It is it's a store, but as you look around, it has potions, it's got weapons, it's got armor and such like that. A lot more diverse stuff than it's a lot of diversity, not so much specific, but it's a fairly nice shop. And as you enter, you see a very rotund man, bald, white with black and gold trimmed clothing, and he's got red cheeks, and he kind of looks over and he waves at you, sitting behind the counter.
Hi.
Hi.
Actually, do you sell any health potions?
And he nods. He's like,
Okay. Cat got your tongue? Or pardon, not cat. Maka got your tongue.
he takes a moment and finds a little chalkboard like thing. Chalkboard. Erase whatever was on it. And he scribbles something down and It's like, hello, my name is Alexander. Takes it, erase it. He's like, I'm mute. But
What?
You douchebag.
What?
No, cat got your tongue. Guy who-
No, maca, because macas are huge ass cats that
It's still offensive.
but he's like, you. It's okay. I've always been you, but it's understandable. And he erases it. He's like, how can I help you? And he's like,
Oh.
do you want healing potions?
Yes, please.
He kind of he doesn't laugh, but he kind of silently chuckles a little bit. You can see his body kind of shifts with it. He goes over to the potion section, and he kind of points to he has like he's accommodated to his muteness by having a size scale at the top, and he kind of points to it.
Okay.
There's a small, medium, large, and an extra large, or like there's different vials. There's a small vial, medium vial, large vial, and extra large vial.
Okay. I guess. Do you want me to grab the vials, or does he have to? Or
He grabs out his one. He's like, just point or say size.
okay. 2 mediums, please.
2 mediums. He goes down, pulls out a couple of drawers, and you can see he's got like a very fine display, and he pulls out a couple of them, shuts it, sets it down, and they each have a tag on them.
Okay. What do the tags say?
Each tag on both of the medium is 200 gold pieces per.
Oh, hot damn.
Holy shit!
He sees your reaction. He's like, "Would you like?" Would you like a smaller size?
Yeah.
He
Please.
nods. Takes him back. Opens up the door. Pulls out 2 small. These ones are 20 gold pieces per.
Okay. It's just like, oh my god. Can I look at weapons?
Yeah, there's not a whole big display currently. You can see that there's like a lance, there's a pole arm, couple of great swords and such, couple of hand axes.
Okay. And you said that I saw our sets.
Yeah.
Can I look at those?
Yeah. As you look at these armor sets, you can see that they're a lot finer in detail. As he kind of bounces, he just kind of sits there behind the counter, just with a big old grin on his face, red puffy cheeks as you kind of look. And you go over to the armors. These are very fine. You catch the glimpse of one of them. It's like 15,000 gold.
Ooh.
Oh my god. God. That's just brutal.
Mutter that. He's like, first time customer. If you keep coming back, I like repeat customers, and I can do deals and such, depending on what you're trying to get. He races the board.
You know what? I will just go with the 2 health potions that I got, and then I'll come back and shop around some more if I need some more equipment.
Okay. He nods. He's like, he scribbles. He's like, well, have a good day. And if you want more wares, you know where to find me.
Okay, so how much are the how much are the potions?
40 gold. You're buying 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 40 gold total.
Okay, hold on. And then I'll toss him like an extra 5 gold. Dick. When I said cat got your Maka got your tongue.
He takes it. He's like, "It's okay. It happens. But thank you." He
Yeah,
pockets
so-
the gold like without like trying to give it back.
Hold on. So I have 2 medium or 2 small health potions.
Yes, yeah, it's potion of healing.
Okay.
So it does the 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. Can I explore like there are other stores around, right?
There's some. There's not a whole lot. There's like bakeries, cafes, like clothing stores.
Can I just go somewhere to get something to eat?
Yeah, there's plenty of places.
Okay. I want I want specifically I want the roasted leg of an
Right. Make an investigation check.
investigation. Ah! Oh, 5.
You look around forever, you get decent smells, but it's not what you want, and finally just kind of give up on it because you're like, fuck it. I know where to get that stuff. It's so much better up north anyway. Kind of frustrated, and you go back to make your way back to the general jester.
That's funny.
As you guys come back one by one. I would say Chigori and Iksha are downstairs when Bablish kind of wakes up and makes his way down. Tells you about his dream filled with movement. You're no longer, because this is the second day you slept, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you're no longer exhausted. But he talks to you about it's that interesting conversation about his dreams. He's like, guys, I think I need to stop killing goblins because it came back to life. Fucking horrifying. Corlett makes her way back and then finally Drazan walks in and pissed off that he didn't find the food that he was after.
He didn't find the Indrik leg. Damn it.
So
I'll mention those jobs that I got, but it's up to you guys if you want to do them. One pays 1,500, one pays some potions and 100, one pays 800, and then there's some Rakdos thing, but I don't think you guys want to do that.
Well, tell me about them. Which one would you rather do? You want big money?
The Crassus pays the most. It's one. It said maybe 2 things, 2 beasts.
One beast, but they can't tell if it's a category 1 or category 2, and that is a significant change.
I don't know.
Yeah. You know that Simic beasts vary in size, and yeah, you don't know if it means like the fucking alligator's turtle that you shot or other monstrosity that you have yet to encounter.
They want it alive, right?
Yeah, I'll just relay everything. I said they'll say there might be a bonus if we bring it in alive. I don't even know where to start to catch something like that.
Net.
It doesn't seem to be our expertise.
But I'm assuming several groups have died going after this thing, so I don't know.
God.
Honestly, it's probably not for us yet.
Yeah.
Undead.
Not yet. What other jobs are there?
Some gruel thing pays in some potions and 100 gold pieces. Did it say what clan was approaching on who?
There was no specifics about the clan. It's just Gruul clan was the general information.
Let's just go up and kill someone.
Kill people, or at least or drive them back, so that they stop encroaching as far.
Do we
Like
know who
basically,
pays
kind of
us?
doing a power. What?
Do we know who pays us?
This would be a specific. It gives a specific conclave name as the general people you'd go investigate.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. It's Selesnya. The gruel. So it's a Selesnya thing, but we'd have to fight some gruel. The other was an Is It invention that went haywire and took over a lab. That's 8.
I big fan.
Doesn't pay a ton, but we can do it if you guys want to. Unless you guys found some leads for some cash or adventure.
Well, okay. So I'll start to explain to them my dream and my interaction for the whole day of being like, there's something here, but I don't know where to go, when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, what we should do about it. So it's probably not the best avenue to take at the moment. It's going to require time and patience.
Well, money's always nice, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
it seemed like you wanted to take on this Is It invention thing.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I want it. I gotta have it.
on the second day, at some point, I would have letter or something to Polyon just describing the basics of what we did, no details of the conversation, or I wouldn't even mention that. Unless, did I notice that ghost anywhere following us when we were in the teleport lab? I'll mention there was something weird with some teleporty dude.
Send it off, and you watch as a fairy takes it and zips off with it.
Cool. And then, yeah, I'll go back to Chester and be like, get that Is It job instead and hand the other dossier back.
Oh God. Yeah.
You take it. He's like, yeah, no problem. Lucky somebody else was eyeing bullet too. They had to make decisions. Here you go. Here's so Boombang Squad, are you taking the classes and the Is It problem?
Do you guys want to take the classes and the Is It thing, or just the Is It?
Let's just do the Is It thing.
Just the Is It thing. Push the.
Okay, no problem. He hands you the finer details. Apparently, it was from the details of the dossier of the Is It thing. They were trying to work on an elemental construct combination. They got it working. However, something within it went haywire, started to attack its creators and such, and now takes occupancy in the lab itself. It's a multi-tier building, and they don't know where exactly it is at all times or what it's doing. And it is kind of, you have to be careful just because they did activate a security system of constructs to try and maintain it. So if the elemental construct hasn't interfered with them, there's going to be a security system that you're going to have to navigate through as well. But they do give you Bablish, you can understand primarily through it. They give you a layout of the plans of their building.
Nice.
Detail, like, we believe that this is where it's residing, though we don't know if it's going to try and make its way out. And it'd be better if it can be contained.
Nice.
They're also highly requesting that whatever damage you do doesn't destroy the entirety of it, because they put a lot of time and money into this thing. They don't want
the invention itself.
Yeah, so they want to make sure that it, like, they very clearly stipulate, is like, this is on the basis that we can recover our contraption fully, but for every piece that we have to replace, like any major pieces that we're going to have to replace, it's going to cost you guys.
Fine.
Of course.
Crassus just said to kill it, maybe a bonus.
All right, so
We're doing the Is It thing. We're
kill
doing
it, but don't destroy it. Bring it back. Dead. Okay.
Okay. Contain.
Contain it. That's a good word. Contain it.
Knock it out.
Cool.
You know, we're not really good at the not killing thing.
We're not even very good at killing things.
Yeah, but especially not good at the not killing.
We got Krenko, but he was just a goblin. I
Well,
don't know how to
he
continue.
got knocked out for a bit.
It's true.
So, You're
What do you
taking
like? Give us a large container.
I honestly, to be frank, I was honestly thinking you were going to take on that boss fight and not ask questions, which was like, all right, this is. And I wasn't going to push that narrative, but I don't have anything. I don't have that specific thing planned out. So
That's okay.
that gives me a heading to where I can construct something for you guys.
Okay.
But I think we'll call it there just because, unless you guys want to go through that one-shot dungeon again with the.
You mean the one with the statue? Nah, dog.
Draws
We
on
just don't push the statue over.
I'm good.
Restart
True,
it.
we could go through and just not push the statue.
Just don't touch the statue.
But if you die, we'll come back for you this time.
No, it won't.
If you die, we'll come back for you this time.
You also have your level ups too, which should make this dungeon easier.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
We could do that if you guys wanted to. We could call it there as well.
That's 10-10.
It's up to you guys. What do you want to do?
I say one shot.
Let's do it.
All right.
I want to run my warlock again.